'Cause
He's in such a good mood, guys. Buckle up.
okay, here's for setting a tone.
Well, you
Brandon
did it.
comes in here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
No.
Ready to pod.
Nope.
Ready to cast. Ready.
I don't know,
No,
guys.
I'm good. Guys, here in the words of our queen Taylor Swift. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
In the words of our queen Taylor Swift. Me. I'm in a fine mood.
You're in a funk. That's what you're in.
I'm in a fine funk.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I'm in a fine pho. You know what I could get down on? Some funk noodles.
Some Vietnamese noodle soup, guys. That's what he's referring to. Be careful.
Be careful out there. Guys, be careful out there. Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one of the Cold Hands Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 110.
That's it, and that's how we say it.
Yeah, it is.
That's it, and that's how we say it. And it's not weird, and it's not off-putting.
It's not.
God, I would kill for some pudding.
It's not abrasive.
It's not abrasive. It's not it's a little bit.
You don't like pudding. If I came in here with a bowl of pudding, what's the flavor that you would actually eat if I set it down in front of you? Because Brina doesn't eat sweets, guys. What flavor would you actually eat?
Like a nice peach.
Peach pudding?
Like a nice peach pudding.
Not banana?
No, that was my nickname in high school. Here comes
wasn't.
Peach Puddin'. Ladies and gentlemen, next up to bat, Brandon Peach Puddin' Birdwell. Look at the way he's poured into those sliding pants.
Stop.
Look at how high he's wearing his socks pulled up to accentuate his dancer's legs. His weird peach puddin' torso.
Listen.
His long peach puddin' torso that looks like it's melting. And here come his short, stumpy dump legs. And here he comes. Pull the socks up. Make the strike zone seem smaller. Here he comes.
It's a good strategy.
Ladies and gentlemen. 0 for 2 on the day. Peach puddin'. No, if I were to pick a puddin', if Peter Piper were to pick a puddin', it wouldn't be peach.
What would it be?
Maybe like a little
Banana?
like a snack pack style chocolate swirl.
Okay.
Now my favorite song about puddin' is Banana Puddin'.
Right, by the Sugar-Free All-Stars.
But if I'm picking a puddin', probably snack pack.
Snack pack.
Chalky maybe with like the little stripe of vanilla through it.
Okay. I'm going to go banana. I might even go pistachio if I'm feeling fancy.
Pistachio pudding?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever or even heard of such a pudding. Pistachio pudding?
It's okay.
It's okay, but it's my choice. Well, like what?
I don't particularly care for. Do you know what I like?
particularly partake in pistachio pudding.
I do like a bread pudding.
Oh, I like a bread
When
pudding.
done correctly, sign me up.
Well, I mean, you're signed up. I quite like a bread pudding. Mm-hmm. I like a blood pudding.
Okay.
It's very
Great.
Anglophile of me.
Totally.
You don't like a full English?
No.
A full English fry up first thing
Oh, I
in the
do. I
morning?
do like an English breakfast.
Blood sausage, eggy, potato, beans
Tomato.
beans on toast and tomato.
Beans on toast.
What?
Anyway, guys, since we last recorded, we're doing a little small talk here, but it has been a real eventful several days here in the United States, and we would be remiss if we didn't even mention some of the things that have been happening here. Brandon has closed his eyes. I'm just saying, because this podcast will be buried in a time capsule.
Yep, just because.
And the aliens are going to dig it up and be like, what was going on in 2024?
Wild year.
They will need to know
Yeah.
that on Saturday, guys, as many, you're all aware, of the assassination attempt.
You're all aware, because you don't just get your political news from us.
No, you don't. But assassination attempt on former President Trump's life at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania last Saturday, at which one person was killed, 2 were seriously injured, and former President Trump's ear was grazed by the bullet as well. And they've since released that a 20-year-old man, Thomas Crooks, was the shooter. He also lost his life. But I would like to know, this is it really is a pivotal moment. There has not been an assassination attempt on a U.S. president since
Reagan?
Reagan, 1981. You weren't even alive yet.
Have you ever seen the clip of Reagan when the balloon goes off in the crowd?
Yes.
And he's cool as a cucumber, just goes,
Yes.
miss me?
Yes.
That's the actor in him, just taking it, yes, and Reagan.
I don't think that I could have responded.
You know where Brandon's
as
going
such.
when a balloon pop? If I hear a balloon pop just in the normal life,
Right, hitting the deck.
hitting the deck.
That's right.
Spraining stuff.
And that's where we are, guys. And it's a sad state of affairs in the United States currently because of that. But where were you when you heard about this particular event? Because I do think it's going to be one of those that is a defining moment for a lot of people. They'll remember exactly where they were when they heard about it, remember the images, remember the video, because it's a big deal, guys. Where were you?
I don't remember. I think I was on the couch, and I think I just happened upon it via just Instagram
Last Saturday.
doom scrolling. I think. Was that where I was?
Were you in LA?
Where was I?
Wow.
No, that
Do you
was
love
a
how I
weekday.
set this up? This is so
Everyone's
pivotal,
gonna
guys.
remember.
Everyone's going to remember where they were.
I don't remember anything that
You've had a big week travel wise, and you've been here, there, and everywhere.
No, listen. I think I was on the couch, and I think I just happened upon it via Instagram, and then like friend text threads and stuff.
Because it took a minute for people to catch on, because it was just a rally that he was hosting in Pennsylvania. So Mom actually texted me. I was sitting with the kids watching a movie.
No, maybe that might be what it was. Mom texted me. That's
Mom
right.
texted,
That's
okay.
what it was. That's what it was.
Okay, so I immediately tune in, and it was very soon after it happened. So
I get mine from CNN, from the Crindy News Network.
the Crindy News Network,
That's
guys.
where I get my updates.
She's up on all of it.
Join the mailing list. She'll
Yeah.
mail you, and we will not spam you with CHWH stuff. I promise.
Wink.
Oh.
Okay. So anyway, I immediately tune in, and just the feeling of like my guts just went cold, and just the absolute horror of what was happening.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is not real life. This is a movie. What is actually happening? And when a public figure, the public figure, right, is harmed in that way or attacked in that way, like it just makes you feel unsafe all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like people still obviously have their political affiliations and their opinions about both candidates, and none of that changes. But it also is like it illuminates the fact that it's like, you know, there's certain lines and certain things that are like, it's like that you could never condone. You could disagree all day and night with a person's political views and stances and policies and just who they are as a person or whatever. But it's like, it's certainly the kind of thing that's just like, man, this is something that needs to
cool our jets.
Yeah, we all need to we just calm down a little bit.
With our political rhetoric, because holy smokes. And as I say, I was horrified, but sadly not surprised, because for months and months and months, it has felt like something has just been simmering under the surface. And at any moment, something violent could and probably would happen, because the temperature is so high in our country right now in terms of just division.
Sure.
So I just wanted to mention that, and I feel like social media has been a wild place this week. I've mentioned before.
Just this week.
Just this week.
This was the week it picked.
Right.
To go off the rails. It's been so with it and
Right.
normal.
It's been kind.
Supportive.
It's been, supportive.
Warm.
Uplifting.
Encouraging.
Affirming. But so even comments and posts of people who I've kind of curated. Again, I've mentioned that over the last several years, I've had to kind of curate my social media, as I'm sure many of you have, to not only just people that I agree with or people who would agree with me, but to people who have other opinions but are respectful in the ways that they give them.
Yeah.
But the comments in these things, spinning out.
Yeah. I followed Corey Feldman this week. just to
To get his views?
nope.
Just cuz.
Just because I wanted to follow. He and I have been circling each other for a while,
Okay, it's time.
and I decided that this was the week. And you know what? It's a welcome distraction from all of the craziness in the world.
We need one.
I'd rather live in the craziness of Corey Feldman's home than the craziness of the rest of the world.
Of reality.
Well, Corey Feldman is my reality now.
All right.
This is where I live now.
Whatever you got to do, brother.
He's going on tour. You want to go?
Sure.
No.
Sure.
You've already agreed to the gathering of the Juggalos.
I know.
What is happening?
I'm waiting.
You want to go and really speak truth to the Corey Feldman fans.
I'm ready.
I wonder if they have a name, the Feldman fans. His band girls are called his Angels, which is ew.
I don't like that.
It's ew.
But back to this. I just want to.
God, I thought I had us. With
I know,
Feldman.
man. You
thought
really
I detoured
tried.
us with Feldman.
It's just important, Brandon. And again, we're here for the laughs. We're here for the good times and the absurdity of everyday life. But also, I think it's important because this is on everybody's mind. And I think for me personally, I am concerned about where we go from here. Like, what exactly does this mean in terms of violence and in terms of, the temperature? Does it just continue to go up?
It can't be good.
Or will we use this as an opportunity, like you say, to kind of cool the jets a little bit, to try to step in towards one another who,
I don't know. Historically, I would feel
it feels like that
I would feel like
too big a leap.
Maybe we would sort it out and be like, whoa, guys, this is ridiculous. Calm down.
Right. Because if you look back, well, let's not go there.
I wonder if we're just going to double down, though.
I hope not, guys.
Well, me too. That's why I
not.
followed Feldman. Because, guys, here's the thing. When the world is burning, when everything's going horribly, just drop the needle on that new C. Feldman joint.
Yeah.
C Dog.
Yeah.
That's what his Instagram handle is.
Yeah, it is.
There's some numbers after it because clearly there were some Sea Dogs that came along before Feldman.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's it. You've got to focus on the good in front of you, whether that be the new Corey Feldman
No.
single.
You can stop right there. It is the new Corey Feldman.
Whether it's your family,
The
I don't
Comeback-
know.
It's called The Comeback King. And it's
Sure. Dynamite.
It's the greatest song that's ever been written. It's the thing that's going to unite this country. You know, on the Bill and Ted saga, how they write a song that unites the world and saves humanity.
I do.
That's based loosely on the new Corey Feldman.
Okay.
Retroactively, which you can do because there's time travel involved.
That's right, with Bill and Ted. But yeah, guys, I just think that we got to start small. It begins to feel very overwhelming. It begins to feel like it's too big a mountain to climb. But I think that, we got to focus on the good in front of us, do the good that we can, where we can. And I think that's where it starts. But wow, I'm still kind of in shock over it, I think. All right. So with that, on to the frivolity, shall we?
God. Well, guys.
He's been waiting for it.
It's like when you prime a mower and you get ready to pull start it, but we didn't get it primed. And so I'm gonna, guys, take a second. And I'm already tired, and it's already.
I'm sorry, I started us off heavy, but I had to, Brandon. You can't just not address it. And
it's what I do.
Okay.
To not address
it. You bury it. But obviously, we're so happy that that former President Trump was not more seriously injured. We're so sad for the family of the man who lost his life, hoping for the best for those who were injured. Our thoughts are with the shooter's family. My goodness, I can't imagine what they're going through and what it was that led him to make the decision to do that. So, yeah. So as Brandon buries it down, we're going to let you know this is going to be a 2-part episode because we have got some things coming up, some travel. I've got to go and supervise a middle school camp, which, as you guys know, I love to do. So if this episode doesn't feel normal in terms of structure, sorry, we're doing our best.
Yeah.
We're just happy to be here with you. Correction. I'm just happy to be here with you.
Thank you. And it's good. It's good to get that clarified. It says that Corey Feldman's going to Dallas. And
you weren't listening to a thing I just said.
Hold on.
Producer's not here today. Brandon's
I Googled it, and I wasn't listening while I Googled it.
I know.
Listen, it says he's going to the Dos Equis Pavilion. which that's where I saw Noah Kahn play for like
That's a big venue.
30,000 people. There is no way Corey Feldman.
Don't doubt him.
I do. It's all I do.
When's he coming? Anyway, guys.
August 13th. There's no way. I'm going to dig into this more later because there's no way. He might be playing the parking lot. They're going to pull up a flatbed
Sponsor
truck.
us, Corey Feldman. I like you.
I'm the one who followed him.
I know.
I'm the one who's bringing me into the conversation to distract from all of the horribleness going on in the world.
Everybody go follow Corey
Feldman. He needs it. He needs
Sea-Dog.
He needs Sea-Dog needs our help.
78592.
Sea-Dog needs our help.
Yes, he
Not
does.
the other way around.
That's exactly right. Okay, so what you been up to this week or weekend? I know you've had a lot of travel, hence your fatigue.
I'm not wearing fatigues. Thanks. No, yeah, you what? No,
Guys, he's barely hanging on.
I really am.
We're going to be lucky if we make it through the 2 hours.
I love that the week that I am tired, it's like, hey, let's do it twice, like straight through. Let's just record it twice.
know.
So no, everyone shut up. Listen.
Let me focus.
Let me get my brain. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. No, so went to
California.
Yeah, that was last Tuesday.
Week. Yep.
Last Tuesday, and then
How was that? What'd you do?
I visited Avril Lavigne's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I saw your photo.
Because when you are
I thought, what?
When you're in the presence of a queen,
Uh-huh.
you pay respect.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you're trying to make things so complicated, but
She said, "See you later, boy."
I got there and checked into my hotel, and I was like, I got some time to kill before I have to go like load in and sound check and stuff. So I went looking for a nice breakfast. A nice little breakfast spot, and
some blood sausage.
That's what I was looking for. A full English. I was looking for a full English fry up and a peach pudding, and
on Hollywood Boulevard.
That's what, guys, the home of a peach pudding and a full English. No, I walked down. The hotel was right off Hollywood Boulevard, which is like you feel like so touristy walking up and down, which is great.
Yeah.
So I just went and checked out.
Ramens.
I went to Amoeba Records, historic record store, and then found a little.
Did you get anything? What'd you get?
I had waves of nostalgia. No, I didn't.
Veggie Tales.
A peach pudding. No, I found a little breakfast place called the Breakfast Club and had some food. And then after that, I went and played at Hotel Cafe, and it went really well. It was super cool. Good crowd, really nice people.
You said the vibe was different because sometimes when you play, it's more of like a beer hall type situation.
Go ahead.
Well, what would we call that?
Beer hall.
No, like I'm thinking
You
of
sound like you're protesting one of my gigs.
Yeah.
All of the heathens in your beer hall.
I'm waving my sign up and down.
Inebriates. Inebriates. Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Inebriates!
No, I mean
rock and roll.
Stop it. A lot of times when you play it at like a tavern.
There you go. No, I specialize.
The mood is lively.
I do a lot of
dance halls.
When you really set it off at the brothel. Whenever you
brothel.
Listen.
Good grief.
You know what they love at the brothel? One man acoustic coffee house tunes.
Stop it.
They love my stripped version of Don't Stop Believin', because that's all we got.
Stop it. No, I'm saying, it's a lively atmosphere and people are talking, people are dancing, people are
Brothing.
Moving. No. And so this was a different vibe. It was a different atmosphere. You said they were listening. Like the room was very quiet. No, the room was quiet. That's what you told me.
Yes, well, listen.
That's a different vibe, okay?
Well,
I'm not crazy, guys.
Guys, welcome back, where we discuss the first time anyone's ever listened to me play music.
He had to go all the way to California.
I went out west to seek my silence.
Stop.
The Okies come to town. I loaded up my truck like the grapes of wrath and bumped all the way to the West Coast. Why do people meet the way to the beer hall? Hey guys,
You want to listen?
hey, who's ready for me? And then I just get out the and I'm like a jug band, one man jug band with cymbals on my knees. I pull a saw out of my backpack and washboard on my chest.
They've never seen anything like it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the live staging of the Deliverance Band, fresh from Oklahoma all the way to California. Please listen. Please listen. Don't treat this man like he's the talent at a brothel. Treat him like he's playing music for some people who care. He came, guys.
Stop it.
He gathered his family fortune in his dirt pouch, hopped in with Jed and Anna Mae.
I have the receipts for this conversation that happened via text where you said this crowd was really in it. They were really listening.
Not a beer
It was a
hall
different
crowd.
vibe. So don't give me this, okay?
Here we go, guys.
Okay.
Here comes Country Comes to Town.
Okay, but they listened.
Brandon Birdwell and the Dust Bowl Boys.
That's actually a good band name.
Okay, don't. This is not the place. No, yeah, it was. It was cool because it was a room full of folks, most of whom I did not know, but a few people came out that I knew that live
Shout
out
out
there.
Yale and Bobby.
Yale and Bobby, and they
Hi,
brought a
guys.
friend, and it was very sweet to see them. But it was a room full of people I didn't know. But the minute I started playing, it was very like listening room style. Everyone was paying
See?
attention and enjoying enjoying music, and then very encouraging. It was really great. So
I'm so glad.
As a side bonus, I got a full recording of the performance that the sound guy did. Michael Trepanier very gracefully went and mastered it for me. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do something with it, but I don't know what. But I have the whole thing.
What a nice gift.
And you guys will hear. They're quiet. They're quiet and they listen.
Because that's not always the case in a beer hall. Guys,
Here he comes.
stop it. Okay, so that was Tuesday. Get home Wednesday. And then you had another gig in a whole nother state, in a whole nother city. Tell us about that.
Well, it was in Oklahoma. I played in Stillwater.
This was between. Okay.
Friday.
You've been busy.
Saw my dear friend Jesse and his wife
Jesse.
Kim, and
Hi,
also Lisa, who listens to the pod.
Hi, Lisa.
She's a wonderful lady. We drank white wine and chatted the night away.
Did you?
That's actually true. That sounds like something I would make up, but we did. But yeah, so did that, and then kind of spent the weekend trying to take it a little bit easy.
Yes.
And headed out yesterday morning to Fort Worth to play music there. And we were supposed to play with dear friend Grady Spencer, he came down with an undisclosed virus.
Oh, it starts with a C.
It starts with an S. It's the staph infection. He came back.
He went on the cruise.
He went on the Creed cruise and came back with a staph infection.
Oh, Grady.
No, he got sick last minute, and he was
Shouldn't have gone.
He was so bummed, as were we, because he was very missed. But last minute, dear friend Cody stepped in and played, and we did like a fun little song swap and.
That's what friends are for.
Thank you for being a friend.
Friend medley.
Travel forward, Texas, back again.
Yeah. Blanche Stan.
Stan, I still have to do the shirts. I found a site. I just haven't moved forward with it.
I know. Guys, he's talking about a t-shirt that our dear friend Jonathan designed that says Blanche Stan.
And I'm apologizing publicly to
Stand up for
Jonathan for
Blanche.
taking so long.
Well,
Thank you for being a Stan. My name's Blanche and I'm a standing man. I got some muscle on my body broad. I got some friends and one's name is Todd.
I don't like that song.
I don't like you. This is all I've got.
I know.
I emptied the tank on that one.
He's barely hanging on, guys.
Emptied the tank.
I know.
Shh.
But so Fort Worth was great. And Lindsay went with you?
Mm-hmm. And we met up with dear friends Brooke and Cody obviously played, and Ted and Sophia Kane.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great.
So you guys stayed there last night.
And had some friends from back in the day that I know from high school show up, and then dear friend Brett from Stillwater showed up.
Yes.
Met a fella from Ardmore who's a veterinarian who's going to come to the show on the 25th in Oklahoma City, I think. So there you go. It was super fun. And it was a bummer to not have Grady around because he's always the best. But it was also really fun to do it the way we did it with Cody because we just got to have some fun. And
you guys speak each other's language, you and Cody.
English.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
We do.
It's called music.
Oh, gosh.
And it's the universal language. That and love.
Keep going. Keep going.
I just emptied the tank on that one.
Yeah, well,
That's all I got.
Then here we are on the side of the road, halfway to California, loaded up truck. Here we are. Bindle full of squirrel meat.
Yes. I've got my straw hat with the price tag.
Guys, we're going to have to abandon the car and get on the pump cart on the train tracks. Here go these hobos with one can of beans between them.
Listen, we're going to make it to California.
Get your charcoal beard on. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. You got to look the part if you're going to okie us all the way.
The rails are no place for a lady.
The rails are just unfit.
That might be the title of the podcast.
Get your charcoal beard on. The rails are no place for a lady.
They aren't, guys.
They're not.
They're not.
We talk about what's going on in the world. Have you seen what's going on the rails? It's off the rails. Guys, you pull in.
Can I tell you something?
Pull into Hoboken.
Can I tell you something? I am fascinated. Something about railroads and the time of and I know we still have rail travel today, right?
Sure.
But the time of passenger rail travel and just when rail travel was the primary mode of conveyance back in the day, I am enamored of that whole idea and that whole time. And do you know that I have a novel inside my brain somehow set on the rails, even though they're no place for a lady? I'm telling you, I've carried this with me for years.
Guys, you heard it here first.
I've tried to start writing it.
You heard it here first, guys.
You've heard it here.
The co-host of this stupid podcast is going to write a train book.
A train novel.
She's going to write a train book, and it's going to be okay.
It's just going to be all right.
It's going to be fine. But, guys, you got to start somewhere.
Okay.
You got to train first.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to train?
I'm saying yes. I agree with you.
I emptied the steam engine on that one.
I know. Bless you.
Bless me.
You're doing it.
I'm trying it.
I know. Okay, so I have been home all week and weekend basically. And when I tell you, this is not interesting, but it is making me feel
go ahead then.
So accomplished. I've been on such a home organization tear. It is unlike any that I've ever done since having a family.
Yeah. Did you go to the container store?
No, but I have been filling containers.
Okay.
I have been Rubbermaid tubs, plastic shoe boxes, trash bags. Mm-hmm. I've taken massive loads of donations. I have another one to take. It feels so good.
Just giving mattresses away. Have you been given?
Yes, out of spite.
That tracks. Spite.
I just got this, but I don't need this anymore.
I make spite donations.
I do.
I don't do charity.
No, to get back at my brother.
Thanks.
How sad.
I know. It's my life.
Stop it. But anyway, just piles that have been sitting around my house for, way too long. A year maybe? And I walk by him and I think, I can't do that. I don't have the energy for that. And then I actually get around to doing that thing and it takes all of 17 minutes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've been slowly chipping away at all that stuff and it feels great.
That's really cool.
Today we tackled Asher's room, came out of there with 17 cups.
Just rogue cups that he's just...
Rogue cups.
Used and just
Where
left.
are all the cups?
Asher's been hoarding cups.
He's been hoarding cups in his little rat's nest up there.
That's so... Oh, are they all waters or are there milk cups?
No, there weren't any. No gross residue.
Sour dairy cups?
No. But what was worse back in the day to find a sippy cup of milk just under a bed?
I found a sippy cup of milk under my car seat yesterday.
Oh, liar. It was yours.
Yeah, I love sippy cups of milk.
I know.
I get a spiel. Guys, I don't want to spill on my slacks because, guys, milk gets in pleats.
Yeah.
Milk gets in cargo pockets.
It does.
Sack of milk.
Just turns to cheese in there.
Oh, God.
That's one way to churn. That's churn butter in your cargo pockets.
You know what I do is I fill my cargo pockets and I twerk so hard. It's just me on the town square twerking up a cheese. Here he comes. Here comes Brie Twerkerson twerking up a baked brie because it's hot out in Oklahoma.
Sick.
Twerking up a Swiss. Holy moly.
Who needs a butter churn?
Who needs a butter churn? Boom, beep, boom, beep. Boom, beep, boom, beep. That's twerking music. That feels twerky.
Was it?
That was
I really thought you were going somewhere with that.
That was Yeah by Usher and Lil Jon.
Oh, didn't get it.
Boom, beep, boom, beep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I was asking who needed some butter churned.
Oh.
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing, guys.
I didn't get it.
Well,
I didn't get it.
Honestly, in my head, it was great. But I don't know if that is an accurate representation of what's actually coming out of my mouth. But I'll tell you this.
It's not.
Sometimes when the mouth won't speak, the body will.
Yes.
And that's why I fill my cargos with a nice vitamin D milk.
Gotta be whole.
Cow.
Yes.
Cow's milk.
Get out of here, oat.
I walk out into the crowdiest room that I could find. I drop the hammer. I push down. I push play on a boom box.
Yeah.
With Back That Thing Up by Juvenile.
Yes.
By Juvenile. And I shake. I shake my butter maker. I shake my dairy air. Oh, baby, it's a whole steen.
Listen.
I got some cattle in this saddle. Here we go. And an udder one.
Dairy puns.
Dairy puns. Twerking dairy. Guys, welcome to America's oldest twerking dairy.
Anyway.
Founded 2024.
Okay, a couple of nights ago, I got together with some friends to celebrate Heather's birthday. I told you last week it was going to be her birthday this past week. And we had some snackies. We had a delightful charcuterie. Just delightful. What's better than a group of friends, some rosé, a white wine perhaps,
Go ahead.
and a lovely charcute.
I do love a charcuterie.
Some laughs and some pancetta.
Some pocket butter.
Not pancetta. Help me.
No.
The ham.
Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her.
I can't think of it right now.
Panna cotta.
No.
Panelones.
No. Anyway.
It's labyrinth.
It's a mental block. But anyway, charcuterie.
Prosciutto.
There it is. And we talked late into the night, and it was just the best medicine for times like this. And so, guys, I want to encourage you, even if you feel exhausted by the thought of trying to get together, a friend gathering, if you're too tired to clean your house or whatever, do it anyway, because it's the best medicine in times like these.
That's it.
I left there feeling so great and like all was right with the world again.
And then you check the internet.
And then I checked the internet, guys, which leads me to my next story.
Oh, did I just segue you nicely?
You segued me.
God, I really churned that one up.
You did it. So
You did it.
You did it. Okay, so a funny thing happened to me the other night after I left my friend's house. I was feeling great. I was like, all is right with the world. Everything may be crazy right now. The rhetoric is out of control, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling semi-normal, and I could not fall asleep. I could not fall asleep. And Jeff had an early flight the next morning, and I was afraid that my restlessness would disturb him, right? So I get up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep somewhere else. We don't have an extra bedroom in our house. All of the bedrooms are occupied because, as Brandon would say, we have too many children.
It's true.
So I go into Hope's room, and she has this little trundle bed that pulls out from her day bed. And on it is a very thin little mattress. So I was so proud of myself because she was right here at eye level, and I was trying to pull the mattress out without disturbing her, and I did it. And I was like, okay, good. I go to her closet to get a sheet for it, and the closet's like so loud. And I look over, and Hope's sitting up in bed. And I'm
gosh. Gung.
I know.
Terrifying.
I was like, I'm so sorry, sister. Go back to sleep. I'm just getting a sheet. So I got the sheet, and I walk past the room where the dogs are in their crates, and Ellie loses it. I guess it was the mattress that threw her. I mean, I don't often drag a mattress through the house in the middle of the night.
You just drag them to the lake and out of my life forever.
That's right. That's exactly right. So then Ellie's barking like crazy, which disturbs everyone else in the house. Then I drag the mattress up to the playroom, and I'm putting the sheets on the mattress only to look down and realize in all the commotion that I've called Mom. It's 1:30 in the morning. So in my attempt to not disturb Jeff, I wake up Hope, I wake up Ellie, the boys, and I call Mom.
Somehow set off a tornado siren. Like what? You set off a bunch of bottle rockets? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Stumbled through a giant pile of pots and pans?
It was a bunch of mouse traps down the hallway.
You're doing volume shtick.
It was.
It's like you're just trying.
It was. I had to laugh because I'm like, oh man, I was trying really hard to be quiet. Didn't work out so well for me.
No, or anyone else for that matter.
Listen, it was not great. It was not great. It was not great. Okay,
I slept in Cody's son's bed yesterday. Hoagie.
Did you? Were the kids not there? Obviously.
No.
I didn't know if he slept in their room or whatever.
Scoot over, Hoagie.
No, I just didn't know if they had rearranged and.
They kicked him out, and I got Hoagie's room.
Yes.
And
sweet.
His real name's not Hoagie, but he's my favorite thing to call him. And I've got his mother now calling him Hoagie when she talks to me.
Aww.
My favorite. Well, she doesn't like it. She does it begrudgingly.
Sure.
But it's my favorite nickname. Hoagie.
Next step is she'll call him that when you're not there. And then you'll really have succeeded.
I've got her. I've wormed my way in.
As you do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true. It's not inaccurate.
Does he sleep in a toddler bed? Did you cram your 6'3" frame up in there?
Like Will Ferrell and Elf. Just limbs akimbo.
Yes.
Just hanging over the edge.
On some Star Wars sheets.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, speaking of young male children, my oldest one turns 16 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I have so many feelings about it.
Yeah.
So many feelings about it.
Yeah. Are you going to tell me them or?
They're mostly good.
Oh, cool.
The feelings.
That's good.
One minute I'm like, why do we let 16-year-olds drive carts?
Feels young. Carts?
Carts.
Carl? Carts.
Carts.
Why do we let them drive carts?
And the next minute I'm like, oh no, he's got this. And that's mostly where I end
He's
up.
equipped to drive a cart.
Shopping.
Carts. Yeah, shopping cart. Mario Karts.
Why do we let 16-year-olds drive Mario Karts?
It's dangerous. Have you seen the safety precautions they take on Rainbow Road? Do you see how many, there's just cows roaming willy-nilly at Moo Moo Meadows? Do you have any idea the accidents you could get into?
I don't play Mario Kart, so no.
You let that bit go on too long then. I was waiting on you to reciprocate with some knowledge.
Princess Peach puddin'? That's all I got.
Pretty good. It's a good callback. No, I think about it sometimes too. 16, and in retrospect, when I was 16, it felt plenty old to drive a car.
Of course.
When I think about
You
a
were raring to
16-year-old
go.
driving a car, I'm always like, man, that feels young. But I guess it's not.
It's young. And I'm curious about the history of that. Was it agricultural?
I think in certain states, they still do
14.
Like farm licenses for 14-year-olds.
Yep.
Which that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I couldn't even.
A lot of 14-year-olds can't even reach the pedals.
Can't even push a cart. Not even, just get out of here. You're in Big Lots. Move that 14-year-old out of here.
Listen. But yeah, he has been doing such a good job of driving. So it's not a concern for, his reckless driving or anything like that. It's just you worry about other people on the roads. You can't control what they're doing, only what you're doing. But I'm so proud of him. And as I say, my feelings are mostly good because I just love the person that he's becoming so much. And I've said this before. Open your eyes, Brandon. I've said this before. Parenting teens is certainly not without its challenges. Okay. If you had talked to me during, let's say, I don't know, the 8th grade year. Okay, full of challenges. And we have them occasionally now as well. But I just love who he's becoming. I love talking to him. Moms of littles, someday you will have a conversation with your kid that's going to blow your mind because your kid will be thinking for himself or herself. And it's the most delightful moment where you're like, oh, you're like a person and you have thoughts and they're good.
You're talking to me?
And you're smart.
Are you talking to me? Thank you.
Talking to my
I have
child.
so many people to thank. Guys, it's just an honor to be nominated, guys.
It's just delightful. I'm really loving who he is right now.
That's probably a good thing.
I know, but I just can't believe 16. And there's nothing like that to make you feel old. Real old.
I don't know. 16's still young enough that it should make you feel that old.
It does.
18, that should make you feel old.
Well, I'll be there very shortly.
I know, and you're old. But listen, not that old yet.
Okay, and so we have done his driver's ed through Merkley's. Sponsor us, Merkley's. Driving Academy. What an amazing service. So he's had to do his in-class learning. He's had to do in-car hours with an instructor. And then he got his permit. The next step is on the scheduled day. Brandon.
That's a real yawn.
I know.
I can't help.
Get it together, man. If I could slap you, if I could reach over there and slap you awake, I would.
I mean, it might.
It might help.
It won't. Nothing will help.
Okay.
Anyways, guys.
So they come and they pick them up. It's like valet service. They come and pick them up at your home, take them out for a practice drive, pre-test, and then they give the test in that car. So it's like you're doing the practice and they're like, hey, let's do the driving test now. Then they just do it.
That feels like a conflict of interest.
And then they take them to the TAC agency and get their license and then bring them back to you with the
And
license.
they take them out for a nice peach puddin.
Oh.
And then you're back home.
How great is that, though? I'm telling you, it has been worth every penny, this experience with them. Sponsor us, Merkley's.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember taking your driving test?
Yeah.
I did not know the person who gave me my driving test. And I was so sweaty.
No, me neither.
And so nervous.
And that's how it should be. I think this whole knowing the person,
I think it's great.
we're putting a bunch of unsafe,
No,
unproven
we're making them comfortable on the roads.
favoritism.
Okay.
What I want is some grizzled old drill sergeant, some mean old meemaw in here.
Do you remember what Mom told us about her driver's ed instructor?
No, but I remember Mom hit a car during her driver's test and somehow still passed
She
it.
sideswiped a car.
Sideswiped a car and still passed. Here you go, Crindy. Crindles.
That's favoritism.
Drive safely
No, she said
from now on.
she said her driving instructor would reach over and hit her fingers with a pop bottle while she was driving if she did something wrong.
I mean,
That's not okay.
it makes sense that you'd get the shaky hands and run into a car.
That's not okay.
Who hits?
That's how they used to do it.
Listen,
guys.
I think the achievement of the century is hitting another motorist and still passing your driver's test.
She must have really aced the rest of
That
it.
to me is the one thing you don't do on your driver's test.
Maybe she just batted her big green eyes. And he was like, okay,
Okay, that was my car anyways.
you charmer. Oh, I didn't need that mirror.
That car was my ex-wife's. Bits. I just love the idea that a person could do that and still pass the test.
It's impressive.
It's the most impressive.
It really is.
Comeback of the century.
Guys, let us know your crazy driver's ed stories.
No
your
one's
crazy
stopping.
driving
No one's stopping hitting a car.
Crindy wins.
That's some Cher Horowitz business, is what that is.
She didn't pass, though.
I know. It's a jumping off point to start negotiations.
So did you do okay on that test? Did you ace it?
I didn't hit any cars. I'll tell you that.
I did not do well on the parallel parking. I'm sure I just squeaked by. I remember just kind of giving up. I remember pulling up and being like, burp, 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 nope. And then burp, 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 trying. And then they were like, oh, okay, drive on.
I don't recall exactly my parallel parking, but I do seem to remember having a similar-ish experience to like them like almost tapping me out on a mercy rule for the number of times that I tried to parallel park. They're like, come on, bud. We get it. Just don't drive in cities. It's fine.
Well, I was going to ask you, how many times in your life have you had to parallel park?
Enough that I probably should have learned how. But I'll tell you what, for me, a parallel park is it's either it's happening on the first go and I nail it. Like I've got all my angles. It's like a pool shot. It's like I've either lined it up just right and I do it and I look like a hero. Right. I look like just Achilles. I look like the baddest man on the planet.
You're walking on air all day.
Time, and then I just act like I've done it a million times before. I'm like, what are we talking about? Or
and more often,
I just keep trying, and I just like I'm up on the curb, and I'm back out, and I'm just like wow, and eventually I just give up. And I should know that if I don't get it on the first try, it's over.
Just don't.
It's over.
Just don't.
But that one time when you do get it,
it's so nice. What do you think?
I was born for this.
Yeah, for city life, for city living. Here I come, California.
Just a gal in the big city trying to have it all. Parallel parking on NBC's this fall. There's not a spot open. What you gonna do? You take your Mini Cooper and you park it. Yes, you. You moved to the city to chase your dream, to make and sell candles and other things. You got a beret and you toss it up, but first you gotta park. Parallel, yup. I don't know. I was trying to resolve it, but I couldn't do it. Who's that girl?
Still going.
Who's that girl in the Subaru?
Now we're a Subaru. I was going to say, because a Mini Cooper, that's what you want to be driving.
Yeah, smart
in
car.
In the big city.
Smart car. Or you get yourself a Tesla and it just parallel parks for you.
Oh, what would that be like? Do you think that having the backup camera and like the thing that beeps when you're too close, do you think that's a helper or a hindrance?
I think
we rely on them too much, don't we?
I think, well, it's funny because I have a backup camera in my car and have for years. I still, a good 9 times out of 10, I do the look over the shoulder.
I do a combo.
That's what I learned to do.
I do a combo. I don't trust the camera fully. You know?
She's got style. She's got a spark. She can drive in parallel park on NBC this fall.
And then she gets out of the car and goes, boop, boop, locks the car.
And then just walks off.
Yeah.
Bag swinging.
Yeah.
Bag full of candles.
I love it. Do you remember your Sweet 16? Did you do anything special for that?
At a football game.
Yeah.
And
how'd you play?
I didn't.
Did you not?
I was a sophomore.
Oh.
I lettered.
Didn't get
that
pulled
season,
up.
But it's only because they put me in just enough times to get my letter.
Sure.
That was the season. Guys, that was the season that I played a tackling dummy for a semester.
Right.
For the biggie boys.
The
biggie
boys.
football boys. And I was just tall enough and big enough. I remember one week, Cameron, who was really good at football.
Yeah.
And really big.
Yeah, strong.
And Wes, who was also really big at football.
Wes.
And really strong. Mm-hmm. The coaches, what they did is they had scout team over here, and then first team.
Okay.
Which, let's be real, I was first team as I got older, my senior year, so don't at me.
Right.
I was all conference.
Everybody's got to work their way
I
up.
was all conference, and I can lift 100 pounds.
Right over my head.
Right over my head.
Yeah.
100 pounds of ice right onto my shoulders the next day. No, but this week we were playing against a team, and they had like an all-stater, all-American defensive lineman on their team.
Right.
And he was number 79. And that season, they were like, we're going to make a scout team. And who's kind of big enough? Oh, you. in your scout team uniform that just conveniently says number 79 on it.
Oh, no.
I had to play that. I had to play that guy. I pretended to be him during all the practices.
That doesn't seem fair.
I spent that entire week on my back looking up at the sky, the Stillwater sky, while Wes and Cameron just pummeled me.
Ouch.
And I'm a better man for it.
I think you are.
Here's what I did on my Sweet 16.
Okay. Not that.
I got the roughliest dress I could find at the TJ Maxx.
Did you?
No, I got my car and I had saved up my money to buy a CD player to put in it because it didn't come with one.
Right. It wasn't factory.
I had it dropped off at Cartoons. You remember Cartoons?
I do.
Which is the cleverest
name.
pun for a place.
Good marketing.
That puts it in the Cartoons. And I went there and I got it. And I only had time to drive from Cartoons to the football bus to get on the football bus to go in the game and stand on the sideline. And 16-year-old Brandon, butt cut.
At 16?
Butt cut and Accutane. Here
16 you had the butt cut?
I don't know, probably.
No, you had no. That was a middle school thing. Junior high.
I had long hair as I got older in high school.
Yeah, but butt cut's different than that.
Butt cut.
Okay.
Gets in his car. It's a better story with a butt cut.
It is. It's better.
Title of the episode.
I'm telling you, you were cooler than that.
I know. So I get in the car and I roll down the windows and my CD changer has one of those turning faces.
Yeah. So did mine.
And it turns over and lights up.
Blue.
As did my future. My first day of the rest of my life. And I thought to myself, Brandon, you've got 4.5 minutes from here to the football bus.
Yeah.
What are these big football boys going to hear you blaring when you pull up? And it was Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys.
Yes.
Pop that in.
Oh.
Turn the key. Ying, 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 ying.
The Eddie Bauer roars to life.
Intergalactic. Off down 6th Street, 6th Avenue, looking around. What's up, ladies? What you think about this butt cut? Frosted tips. Cargo cheese. Here he comes. Here he comes off to carry the water bottles. Another dimension, another dimension, another dimension, another dimension.
And did anyone say anything to you when you got there?
You're late!
Birdwell!
We couldn't possibly go to this game against the Sand Springs Sandites without you. Without you to stand on the sidelines and go, good job! Good job! What's the score? What is it? Who needs it? It was orange Gatorade. You want some orange Gatorade? Anyway, I spent that whole game sitting on the sideline, watching that game, counting the seconds till I could be back on the open road.
Sure you
back
did.
on the open road. I was sitting there on the sideline. Another dimension.
Driving home after dark, no less.
Oh, well, I don't want to brag, but
It's a big deal.
I can drive at night.
I know. My Sweet 16, I remember there was also a football game. And I just remember having some girls come over and we had a slumber party.
Our Sweet 16s were both on Fridays. How about that?
I know, look at that. And so it was pretty low key. And I keep asking Harrison what he wants to do. And I think he just wants to take a couple of buds, maybe go fishing, maybe go to the lake. I don't know. Pretty low key. Not a rager.
Yeah.
It's not like that MTV show, Sweet 16.
My super Sweet 16.
Super Sweet 16.
We're just a bunch of like absent but wealthy fathers dote on their children so that they can buy another year of neglect.
And they said what everything cost. Those things were crazy.
Yeah.
It was more expensive than a wedding.
Tell you what.
Insane.
You can either spend $50,000 on a Sweet 16,
Balloon arch.
or you can spend 17 on Hello Nasty by the Beastie Boys. And you can pop that baby in your Kenwood or your
Kenwood.
Alpine or your Pioneer, whichever.
Yes.
That you bought on Crutchfield.
Yes.
and had installed it cartoons.
Yes.
Pop it in your Ford Exploder.
Yes.
It's got ladies. It was so easy to ignore me on the road. Here he comes.
Did you roll down your windows a lot?
Yeah.
So did I.
You got to let that balmy air in.
Pop that moonroof.
Pop that. You had a moonroof. I didn't have a moonroof.
Just a little. Sometimes it would fall down.
I had.
If the road was bumpy at all, that moonroof was slamming shut.
Yeah, if the mood caught me right, I had moon windows. If you know what I mean.
He was on a list, guys.
Still am, guys.
Oh my God.
Brandon Birdwell and the Lunar Patrol. Here they come. Just
No.
flashing their Buzz Aldrins.
No. But as we end this particular episode, I just want to give a shout out to my boy Harrison on his Sweet 16, because this episode will come out on that day. Buddy, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. You get my warm heart this week. And be safe out there on the roads. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on.